Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. The issue of communal violence in Tripura does not seem to be calming down. Tripura police has booked 102 people under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. It is said that the purpose behind bringing this draconian law was to crack down on terrorism. At the same time, Tripura police has registered a case against 102 people under the stringent law. Some of these people charged under UAPA by Tripura police had written about TripuraViolence on social media. Some had written these messages to bring attention to the violence happening in Tripura, to pressurize the police to act, whereas some people had visited the violence-affected area and conducted a fact-finding mission like the Supreme Court advocates. They all, however, have now been booked under UAPA, a stringent law that is made against terrorism and which makes it hard to even secure a bail. Several activists in the last few years arrested under UAPA have been languishing in jails without any bail. Some did secure a bail, but not before fighting long, draining legal battles. Some are still facing the punishment through process. In this video, we will discuss what is the reason behind mass crackdown by Tripura police using UAPA. According to reports, cases have been registered against 68 account holders on Twitter, 32 of Facebook and 2 account holders of YouTube. Apart from this, the cases registered earlier by the West Agartala police station have now been transferred to the crime branch of the state. Prior to these recent cases, the state police had taken action against 2 Delhi-based lawyers, Ansar Indori and Mukesh, after taking part in an independent fact-finding probe into last month's communal violence in which Hindutva groups targeted mostly Muslim homes and mosques. A case was registered under UAPA against them. The police, in their notice, alleged that social media posts have the potential to increase communal tension between 2 communities in Tripura, which may result in riots. That these account holders have contributed to the recent clashes and violence in the state. They have posted misleading and objectionable news or statements related to the alleged attack on mosques of Muslim communities. It further said that in publishing these news or posts, these persons or organizations are accused of criminal conspiracy to promote enmity between different religious groups and communities by using photographs, videos, fabricated statements and comments of certain other incidents. Now, Section 13 of the UAPA, which is invoked in these cases, deals with incitement to unlawful activity, which is punishable with imprisonment of up to 7 years. Several students, workers and lawyers associated with various organizations demonstrated outside the Tripura Bhavan demanding the immediate withdrawal of these cases lodged under UAPA against the 2 advocates. Here is a report by our reporter Samriddhi Sakunya on this.
This is about false framing of 2 advocates who were part of a fact-finding team on the communal violence that happened in Tripura, the anti-Muslim violence that happened in Tripura. They have been served notice by the West Agartala police station saying that several clauses of IPC and a section of UAPA has been slapped against them. And then the notice alleges that their social media posts, the social media posts are false and they have invoked violence. I mean, there can be nothing more, no bigger lie than this, because these people have been given, the advocate Mukesh and Ansar Indori, they have been served with the notice because they were a part of a fact-finding team that went to Tripura to look into how, what happened in the communal violence, because it has been widely reported in the media that there were targeted violence. We have clearly demanded from the Tripura government that the FIRs have to be quashed. Firstly, because when the violence happens in Agartala, these people were nowhere in Agartala. Secondly, we have challenged to show us one single social media post that has any relation to any kind of violence. These 2 advocates don't have direct connections to Tripura. One practices in Delhi, another practices in Rajasthan. But there was someone who did the violence in Tripura, because the communal violence happened. So why don't you act against those who actually perpetrated the violence And why don't you stop intimidating people and expect that Tripura, whatever happens in Tripura, no one in the country will watch and ask, because we are citizens of this country, and citizens of Tripura, residents of Tripura, we are fellow citizens. So, these advocates, they felt responsible to find out what happened in the communal violence, and they have been politically targeted. That is the hallmark of governance in Tripura as well as in Uttar Pradesh. Silencing, threatening, framing false cases, rioting. This is the modus operandi of
However, not only those who have conducted thorough fact-finding in the violence, but also those who have just mentioned it in their tweets are also being targeted. Journalist Shyam Singh has said that Tripura police has charged him under UAPA for writing just 3 words on Twitter: Tripura is burning. He has also received FIR copy from the police for the same. Meanwhile, our reporter in Delhi, Swarna Jha, has also spoken to Professor Salim Engineer. He has been booked under UAPA as well.
देखिए, त्रिपुरा में पिछले दिनों जो हुआ है वो बहुत ही अफसोसनाक है, चिंताजनक है। त्रिपुरा एक बहुत ही शांति प्रिय और जहाँ कम्युनल हार्मनी की एक हिस्ट्री मौजूद है, वहाँ पर ऐसा हुआ। और अफसोस की बात यह है कि 10-11 दिन तक वहाँ मस्जिदों को नुकसान पहुँचाया जाता रहा और सरकार ने उनको रोकने की कोई कोशिश नहीं की, पुलिस ने रोकने की कोई कोशिश नहीं की, बल्कि पुलिस और सरकार ये कहती रही कि यहाँ कुछ नहीं हुआ है, यहाँ सब नॉर्मल है और लोग बिला वजह अफवाह फैला रहे हैं। 10 दिन के बाद जाकर सरकार ने ये माना कि हाँ वहाँ कुछ हुआ है, कुछ वायलेंस हुई है और ये मालूम हुआ है कि वहाँ हिंसा करने वालों में से 11 FIR दर्ज हुई हैं, उसमें 6 के खिलाफ 6 को अरेस्ट भी किया है। लेकिन हम देख रहे हैं कि इतनी बड़ी तादाद में वहाँ पुलिस भी मौजूद थी और जुलूस था, 11 दुकानें जलाई गई और उसी जुलूस ने 2 मस्जिदों को नुकसान पहुंचाया और उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाइयां उस तरह से नहीं हो रही हैं जैसी होनी चाहिए। लगता है कि सरकार उनको सजा देने के बजाय उनको बचाने की कोशिश करे, उल्टा जो लोग सरकार की नाकामियों को और वहाँ के हालात को, जो लोगों को जानने के लिए वहाँ जा रहे हैं, ह्यूमन राइट्स के ग्रुप्स हैं, फैक्ट फाइंडिंग टीम्स हैं, जर्नलिस्ट लोग हैं, हम जैसे लोग वहाँ, तो उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाइयाँ करना जो है वहाँ की हुकूमत ने, पुलिस ने शुरू कर दिया है और ऐसे लोगों के खिलाफ सोशल मीडिया में अफवाहें फैलाने के नाम पर उनके खिलाफ जो है FIR में इनके नाम दर्ज किए गए हैं। तो ये एक तरह से डराने की, खामोश करने की कि सरकार जो है वो मानने को तैयार नहीं है कि वहाँ कुछ हुआ है और जो लोग ये बताना चाहते हैं उनके खिलाफ आप कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं।
वहाँ जो बहुत बड़ी तादाद में भीड़ आपने बताया था, तो वो कौन से लोग थे? क्या वो उस आसपास के इलाके के लोग?
ये देखिए, एक बड़ा जुलूस जो है वो पानीसागर एक जगह है वहाँ और वहाँ अलग अलग राय हैं, कोई कहता है 5-6 हज़ार लोग थे, कोई कहता है 10,000 लोग थे और कुछ कहते हैं 2-3 हज़ार लोग थे। बहरहाल जो भी है, लेकिन ये कि वो जुलूस जो है वो बांग्लादेश में जो घटनाएं हुई उसका विरोध करने के लिए एक जुलूस निकाला गया, मगर उस जुलूस में लोगों के पास हथियार थे, लाठियां थी और आग लगाने का सामान भी था लोगों के पास। उसी जुलूस ने मस्जिद को नुकसान पहुंचाया, दुकानें जलाई और पुलिस साथ थी उनका, तो पुलिस ने कोई कार्रवाई उसको रोकने की नहीं की।
He says that Tripura police's crackdown in the case has been unprecedented. Today, there were 2 trends on social media. One was Tripura is burning and the other was hashtag Tripura Police Zindabad. Now, supporters of Tripura police have been terming them as heroes. On the other hand, some are trending Tripura is burning in support of journalist Shyam Singh. They say they are supporting him because Tripura police has imposed UAPA on people showing or sharing the truth except the main culprits. Now, whether the Tripura police is registering cases under UAPA against innocent people to save their political masters, we will not answer this question. You can guess it yourself. Although the police are being accused of acting on the direction of their political masters, hardly a day will come in independent India when the police will get a break from the action that pleases their political leaders. There is no possibility of such a day coming soon. You will get to hear lectures on police reforms, but governments, whether it be UPA or NDA, have been avoiding taking serious steps regarding this. Many journalists have been arrested under UAPA in the last few years. In January this year itself, 2 journalists were booked under UAPA in Manipur. In October last year, Kerala journalist Siddiq Kappan and 3 others who were on their way to cover Hathras gang rape on a Dalit woman were arrested by the Uttar Pradesh police under UAPA. The Editors Guild of India has issued a statement describing the action of Tripura police as a shocking step. In its statement, the Guild has said that it is shocking that Tripura police has registered cases against 102 people, including journalists under UAPA, for reporting and writing about the violence in Tripura. The Editors Guild has further stated that it believes this is an attempt by the state government to divert the attention from its failure to control majoritarian violence and from the arrests of these perpetrators. It said that governments cannot use stringent laws like the UAPA to suppress reporting on such incidents. The Editors Guild demanded that the state government conduct a fair investigation into the circumstances of the riots instead of punishing journalists and civil society activists. Further, the Guild reiterated its demand to the Supreme Court that it should take cognizance of how such laws are used inappropriately against freedom of expression, and the Guild has asked the Supreme Court, when such charges are imposed on journalists, then strict guidelines should be issued so that such laws do not become means to suppress the freedom of the press. Now, the opposition has also made serious allegations against the Bharatiya Janata Party and its government regarding this issue. It is also true that in many cases it has been found that such allegations do not stand in the court of law, but in this whole process of justice itself. The innocent gets punished, and journalists or ordinary citizens are afraid to question the authority. When those in power become completely autocratic, turn away from accountability, then it's dangerous for democracy. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.